Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another Supplement Sunderday, where I am committing to try and get through a supplement every week and post it either Saturday or Sunday so you can learn right along with me all the things I was not taught in pharmacy school. So this has been so fun to get into the nitty-gritty of some of these supplements and then relate them to the products that Plexus carries and why they are so important for our bodies and how they function. So today, are you dying to know what we're talking about today? We're talking about alpha lipoic acid. We're talking about ALA, alpha lipoic acid. Now, let's just start at the beginning, right? So our first question, what is it? Well, it's a supplement. Our body actually manufactures this in small amounts. It's found in our mitochondrial of our cell, mitochondrium. So that is like the power energy house in our cells, and that's where we find it. So yeah, where energy is generated right in our cells. Next thing, where else is it found? Well, of course, it's found in supplement form. That's why we're talking about it. It's also found naturally in some food sources. So things, again, like meat, specifically organ meats, liver, those types of things, okay? It's also found in yeast, and it's found in some vegetables. Bigger amounts, again, in broccoli and spinach. So they seem to be kind of prevalent where we find a lot of these really powerhouse supplements, okay? So those are the areas where you're gonna find it in foods. Next thing, how does it work? Well, it works in a couple of different ways. So it actually helps our cells produce energy, which we talked about, right? And then it also acts as an antioxidant. Now, in producing energy, again, it's found in the mitochondria of our cells, but it's essential in our metabolic functioning, transforming glucose into actual energy. Now, on the antioxidant side of the equation, yes, it is an antioxidant, but what makes it really different than others is my fun fact. So this is crazy. Okay, vitamins and other things are either fat soluble or water soluble, right? This can function in both environments. So that is the really cool thing about this one, is that it can function in both the water soluble realm and the fat soluble realm. So that's what makes it different from other antioxidants. So it's got a larger range of action, okay? But in that antioxidant realm, because of that, it actually neutralizes free radicals like all antioxidants do, but it also regenerates or recycles other antioxidants in our vitamins that cross that. So C, being water soluble, E, being fat soluble, or even glutathione, right? And we talked about that last week being the biggest, most prevalent antioxidant in our liver. So as these other antioxidants are doing their job neutralizing free radicals, they're giving up an electron to neutralize that free radical. So then they're going around without this electron. Well, what alpha lipoic acid can do, it gives them that electron back. So that's how it works, by recycling and regenerating other antioxidants in our body. Okay, so again, leave all the chemistry, leave all the stuff aside, leave all the science out of it. What does this practically do in my body? Why should I take this? Why should I even care about this? There are so many good reasons why you should care about this. So first, we're going to talk about weight loss. It can help promote weight loss, and specifically in those that are actually obese, okay? So it reduces an enzyme in our brain, which has to do with our hunger and regulating our hunger. So it decreases that hunger. Okay, next thing, diabetes. And I can't talk enough about diabetes, right? It's like, stop it. But it's that important. It's that much of a big deal. So it decreases blood sugars in both humans and animals. And in animal studies, it's decreased them by 64%. Now, this in turn is going to have even to do with our A1C levels, which is a measurement of long-term blood sugar stability. So that is a huge deal. So it promotes processes that remove fat that's accumulated in our muscle cells. So that makes insulin more effective, all right? So it also improves our insulin function by a process called advanced glycation end products, okay? AGE, age, get it? Advanced glycation end processes. So what that has to do with, these affect our aging processes in our body. So these AGEs are created when excess blood sugar binds to proteins and lipids in our systems, and that in turn damages our tissues and our cells. So damaged tissues and cells do what? They cause inflammation. They're damaged because they're in an oxidative state. So things like Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, skin aging in general, cancer, big deal, right? Okay, another thing that we can talk about. So these are kind of all related already, right? How about complications of diabetes? Big ones, things like neuropathy, things like diabetic retinopathy, things like decreased insulin resistance. It helps in all these avenues. Neuropathy is a specific one that is pretty crazy, because in other countries like Germany and Russia, alpha lipoic acid is actually approved to be useful in neuropathy, peripheral neuropathies. So things like the tingling and the numbness and the pain that especially people get in their extremities, and diabetics especially. So that is a big deal. What did I say? It's a big deal. It's really a big deal, you guys. Blood sugar stability, it just goes over so many avenues of our health in general. It's a very, very big deal. Okay, lastly, immune support. So things like autoimmune support and just immune support. So autoimmune side, things like rheumatoid arthritis or MS, it helps with symptoms of that. It also helps with our immune system. It actually inhibits the replication of HIV, and it has to do with improving and restoring that function of our natural killer cells in our body that regulates how we respond to viruses. So that's huge. Okay, get on to the next thing, what to avoid. Again, there isn't anything. It's made in our body already, right? There's really nothing you need to avoid if you want to get on an alpha lipoic acid supplementation system, okay? Now, what you do need to keep in mind, like we talked about last week, is that because it affects your blood sugars in a significant way, you may, over time, have to decrease your diabetic meds or your insulin doses. So that'd be something to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that food does compete with its absorption. So if you are going to take it as a supplement, the ideal time would be to take it without food, all right? Bottom line, let's talk Plexus. Now let's talk about the science behind these supplements that we are so sold on, and now we're understanding even why more, okay? Slim, shocker, right? The cornerstone product that was developed for diabetics in mind. So it is in our Slim, both of them, the microbiome activating and the hunger control. Now another product that it is in is the nerve. Shocker, right? We talked about how important and how it's even proven in other countries and used because it has demonstrated nerve regeneration. So nerve is the other product that ALA, alpha lipoic acid, is rich in. And you know I'm going to do it again, the dare I say the greens, right? Because there's broccoli and other greens in there that are going to contain this supplement, contain this nutrient, this compound. So yes, dare I say. Another one is the Immune Plus, because the Immune Plus has got the broccoli sprout concentrate and the concentrate from the stem and the floret. So yes, dare I say both of those products would also contain alpha lipoic acid. So that is what I have taken away from my work this week, my studying and my reading. It's been so fun, you guys, to learn more about how to prevent disease rather than just treat it. So I hope you can get on board with this. Dig around a little bit. Tell me what you've learned from this when you get into this. And again, why do we need to know about this? Because gut health is, I heard ya. It's a big deal. I'm so proud of you guys for sticking with me. Thanks again for joining me. And here is to your health and happiness.